There used to be a very, very good Nyonya restaurant on this road, Jalan Tun Tan Cheng Lok, and it was just, well, a few doors away from Puri Hotel. Unfortunately, it was closed down just before COVID. Well, that restaurant, which was called Kocik, was opened by a former Malaysia Airlines crew, and we really enjoyed the food there. Very authentic Nyonya. I think I must have cried buckets when I heard that Kocik had closed down, because it was, or rather it has always been, our go-to place for Nyonya food in Malacca. Hey you, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Nice to have you back again. And yes, we are in Malacca, albeit a very short trip for me this time around, and I don't even have time to call upon my local friends in the city. Here it is. This is where I spent a night in Malacca this time around. This hotel is called the Baba House, and you can check out my review, my recce, on one of my previous YouTube vlogs. Just before our makan-makan at another Nyonya restaurant, we are taking a stroll from Jalan Tun Tan Cheng Lok. Well, not very far away, we are heading towards the Harmony Street. Harmony Street, or the actual name, which is Jalan Tukang Emas, is the epitome of religious pluralism, and it is on this not very long road actually that you find the Sri Puyata Vinayaga Murti Temple, the Kampung Kling Mosque, the Xiang Lin Si Temple, and this one here, the CHENG HOON TENG Temple. The CHENG HOON TENG Temple was first commissioned in 1645 by Mr. Te Kai Ki, who was a Kapitan of Malacca's Chinese community. This temple is a center of the teachings that represent the pillars of the life of the Chinese community, the three doctrinal systems of Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. CHENG HOON TENG is the oldest functioning Chinese temple in Malaysia, and it was wholly constructed by craftsmen using materials brought in from southern China. Well, that's a quick cultural stop before our lunch, and here we are. This is the OLE SAYANG restaurant. It's impossible to come to Malacca and leave without eating at a Nyonya restaurant, and I'm not going to make an exception this time either. The now much loved Nyonya cuisine originated from right here in Malacca by the first settlement of the Strait Chinese to the Malay Peninsula. The culture of the Babas and Nyonyas, or otherwise known as the Peranakans, was birthed in the 15th century when men from China moved south to seek their fortunes, and later they married the local Malay women. And the food itself echoes the cultural identity of the Peranakans, who are both Chinese and Malay. The Peranakans, especially the women, the Nyonyas, have been known to hold on to their family recipes tightly, very close to their chest, especially in the past. And they would spend days toiling, preparing and perfecting their dishes. I sound as if I'm talking about my very own Papa and Grand Auntie Ethel. I miss their food so much. I think I'm going to cry. Nyonya recipes are always handed down from one generation to the other, but I think somewhere along the way, I've lost the memo. Don't get me wrong, I can still make a very good ayam ponte, and also my curry is pretty decent, but I must confess, I use a lot of shortcuts. I've not been to OLE SAYANG before. This is my first visit, so I'm really looking forward to checking out the dishes here. Well, they say that Nyonya food is greatly influenced by where it was first developed. So it's possible that you find the Nyonya dishes in Penang may taste differently from that here in Malacca. The Nyonya food in Penang is more Thai influenced, I would say, with tangy and salty dishes. Meanwhile, here in Malacca, the dishes have a sweeter and creamier taste. My tummy is growling. Time for us to makan-makan. Oh wow, banyaknya nasi kat sini. For once, I'm not the one in charge of ordering the Nyonya dishes. It has always been me, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing what's appearing on our table. Gua tak ada responsibility hari ni, makan aja. Right, we have the sambal kangkong. I'm not too sure whether the egg is a telur cincalok or just a plain telur dadar. And of course, otak-otak, you can't miss that. The chicken curry and asam fish. Hey, we have to move the camera a little bit to that side. Yes, stop there. That's the asam fish. I always make it a point to have asam fish whenever I'm in Malacca, or the next best place is just a little bit down south in Moa. Another quintessentially Nyonya dish, this is the udang masak lemak nenas. That's prawns cooked with pineapple and coconut milk. Okay, here's a little foodie bite for you. Do you know that in the traditional baba and Nyonya in the Peranakan household, the kitchen and house was called the perut rumah, literally translated into the stomach of the house for the central role that it plays. In the olden days, there would have been a lot of expectations on you. If you are a female, you're expected to be a deft hand in the kitchen, and also the Peranakan girls were expected to excel in embroidery and beadwork. That's the two distinctive features of the fashion of the babas and the Nyonyas. We've come towards the end of this foodie vlog, and I'm Gobble Guzzle signing off for now. Always be kind, spread peace. Jumpa lagi. Bye-bye.